Going to Manta is a guaranteed bad idea. It is way too dangerous right now. That's what they'll tell you. Today I'm going to take you to the main beach in Manta, Ecuador called Bat Beach, and if you hang around till the end, I will show you some bonus videos of the main expat zone and the mall. Guys, welcome back to Generic Expats. It is the 6th of October, a beautiful Sunday in the middle of blackout season and criminal season. We are in Manta, Ecuador, which is a place that has been having some problems with many different things. Recently, like I just mentioned, energy crisis with the sequía or the drought, and also with some criminal activity happening since the beginning of this year. We are in a place that I was told not to go to by many locals called Manta. It's a beach city. In the Pacific side, of course, Ecuador only has the Pacific Ocean on the west. And I wanted to bring you over to the beach, the main beach that I haven't even been to yet since I've arrived. I've been here 1 full week as of today. I arrived Sunday last week, and I'm going to be taking you over to what is called Murcielago Beach. There's a walkway crossing right here to this beach. It's called Bat Beach. I'm not sure why. I haven't been there before. And I'm going to show you what a typical Sunday in Manta is going to look like. Crossing over, hopefully not getting destroyed by locals. So, Murcielago means bat, and there's probably some historical reason for that. However, I went to a beach for the first time actually yesterday with my buddy Johnny, and we went to a different beach, so that was more like a port boat like area. Didn't have much of a sand or kind of beach climate or beach atmosphere. So let's cross over right here. All right, we made it. That's just how you do things when you don't want to wait for red lights. Even in Colombia, when there are red lights, you're still probably gonna get hit. So this is the entrance to the beach. Manta Playa Beach, Murcielago, which is Bat Beach. Buenas tardes. It's a gorgeous day here in October. Malecón Escénico, the scenic boardwalk. And yeah, wow, this is a lot nicer than I could see by the road. I drove past here many times on my motorcycle, but didn't see an easy place to park, so never ended up coming in. One thing I'm really happy about is the mall that I've been going to here, the Pacifico. I think it's called Mall del Pacífico, or Pacific Ocean Mall or whatever. It actually has 12 hours of free parking for my bike and for all vehicles. It's amazing. So I just left my bike there and decided to cross the main street to come here to show you. Here it is. So this is our boardwalk, Malecón, with a bunch of curious locals looking at me while I'm talking. For those of you that are familiar with Latin America, it's always like this on Sunday. It's going to be the most rambunctious, the most animated and fun for a local experience type of day to go out. This is the day that practically everyone has the day off from work, so they're taking advantage of that extra time off and kind of letting loose and putting a bunch of music on, as you can hear in the background. Little doggy just running fast. There's a classic technique of putting the music as loud as possible to try and get people to come in. Super loud. Or maybe it's just that couple right there, I can't even tell. The sand here is quite nice. It's not too hot. It's not super white sand like you would expect from the Caribbean, like in Cartagena and certain parts of Cartagena, like Playa Blanca. Of course, it's called White Beach. You would expect that. But I think perhaps lots of the Pacific has kind of similar sand as you go down the coast. This is my first beach after leaving Colombia and my first Pacific side of South America to show you on this channel. So guys, this is Manta. Manta is a kind of a small city. It's definitely a big for the retirees. It's popular for many people have already met through a buddy YouTuber named Don Shader. Grumpy Old Gringo, he interviewed me for his channel, so check out that video if you're interested in seeing our conversation. He mostly just asked me about me. And for people watching my channel, thanks for watching. You probably already know my story because I put it at the beginning of most of my videos. So this beach specifically has a lot of industry going on. As you can see, there's a bunch of cranes in the background. So it definitely has a mix of the kind of tourism, enjoy your time on the beach on this side, whereas it seems like the port with all the cranes bringing in all of the containers or container ships is probably happening over there. I don't know if there's another port that's bigger and more popular. Yet to be seen. Here we have some areas to spend the day on the beach, sitting in your chairs with, I guess, a cloth screen protecting against the sun. And this is it's getting pretty windy, but this is the area that's going to be probably the busiest part of Manta on a Sunday, enjoying the beautiful weather today. Looks like we have some juice right here, or raspado probably, ices. Looks like we have some eggs, little tiny eggs. One thing I really like about this city specifically is the amazing weather. There is pretty high humidity, but despite the high humidity, the air is not like super sticky like I remember feeling in the Caribbean part of Colombia, in Cartagena, where I was just like 6 weeks ago or so. The area was just too intense. It was too hot for me. I don't think I've been anywhere hotter in my life. And yeah, here you can really tell that it's a massive difference. This is what my buddy Johnny said is like the Cali weather. He's from California, and I totally feel that. I mean, California has just this fantastic balance of kind of a hot sun and just stop her right there. Hot sun mixed with a cool breeze. The main reason, from what I understand, about having this fantastic weather is due to the cold current that goes north from Chile and Peru, and that cools down the air temperature, whereas the Caribbean has the warm water currents from the Caribbean and that central equatorial area, whereas here it comes far from the south, almost from Antarctica all the way up. So that creates kind of a really good, at least, air temperature. Of course, there's going to be humidity on the beach because of all the water from the ocean, but that combination is pretty fantastic type of beach climate. Here you can see a bit closer view of the cranes I was mentioning. This must be the main port here in Manta. Now, ports nowadays in Ecuador are considered to be kind of the most dangerous areas of the country, and I'll explain why. I don't have any real facts to back this up, but based on the interviews I've done and the people I've talked to that have been here for a long time, they say that there's been a lot of crime dealing with drug trafficking, and what is one main way to send drugs out of Ecuador? That's by port, right? By the boats in the ports, and what is one of the main things that this country exports is bananas. So evidently, a lot of the drug trade is being snuck into North America or Europe, wherever it's going, and that's being done by putting it within the banana shipments that they're, one of their main industries of exportation, I think, are here. So we're gonna make our way past the rest of this beach here so I could just show you. Today I just wanted to show you just a little bit of what a Sunday is like for a local kind of family. Manta's like, I don't know, it's a family type of domestic tourism city, I would say. But, of course, there's a lot of foreigners living here as well. A lot of them are, from what I understand, coming here to live long-term, relax, have a low-key lifestyle. I'm told that this is a very low-key city. Doesn't really ever get too crazy, even during the highest peaks. I've heard it's low season, beginning of October, but I guess it could also have to do with the fact that there's so many problems with energy and crime that people are probably just relaxing and not going too crazy on their weekends. Here's the thick of it. This is what I'll call the Manta Sunday Fun Day for locals. Notice I haven't seen one foreigner yet. Now it could be just because this is a beach that foreigners don't like. It could be because foreigners don't like coming out at this time. Who knows? But as far as I know, I wouldn't mind coming out here, but definitely not on a Sunday. It could just be that foreigners have, us expat foreigners, we have a bit more of a flexible schedule. We can come out any day. For me, for example, I have my online job. I prefer going out on Mondays to Fridays, unless I'm going to be showing a video to you guys, showing you guys what it's like for at least the local population, what to expect on a Sunday. Yeah, so far 0 foreigners. But the sun is feeling great. It's probably 3:30 right now. Sun's coming down. Sun sets at around 6. I'll mention a bit more about the weather now, because I think it's probably one of the most perfect climates you could ask for right now. Although maybe during rainy season it's a bit less comfortable. I'm just thinking we're at mid-70s, high 70s. Weather during this video was around 79 degrees, and as you can see here with this weather forecast, for the next 10 days is going to be between 69 and 79 degrees. Fantastic weather, and it basically says it'll be cloudy in the morning and sunny in the afternoon. That has been my experience since I've arrived here. Kind of high humidity, but a nice breeze. Of course, you can get a breeze anywhere, but when it's super hot air from the Caribbean, it's not super, it's not really a good relief. It doesn't really give you that nice, so comfortable, such a nice feeling, From what I understand, quite a few expats live in this area right here at the edge of Murcielago, this Bat Beach. Let's ask these guys. Disculpa, ¿saben por qué se llama Murciélago esta playa? ¿Hay murciélagos aquí o qué?
No, es por la
forma.
la forma.
Ah, sí, no,
arriba
pero no pasan esos insectos, no. Es por la forma. Listo. There it is. Evidently, because it looks like a bat from the satellite images or the actual actual shape is a bat makes a lot of sense. Sounds like, how many beaches have I been to where there's lots of bats? Not really. It's not really a common thing I've seen. More of a cave thing. As I was saying, there seems to be a lot of interest or a lot of people living in these areas, expats that I've met already. You know, it's a good spot. It's a good, beautiful area with a good view. Snorkel, $20. ¿Qué más?
$15 vamos para la ballena y el paseo al puerto.
Para las ballenas, ¿cuál es la temporada de ballenas?
Estamos ahorita en temporada de la ballena ya.
¿Hasta cuándo?
Hasta finales de este mes ya. Hasta el 15, perdón.
Hasta mitad de octubre.
Sí, ya.
Ah, ya es el final.
Finalizar la temporada de las ballenas.
Ah, ok. ¿Y cuánto es? 15.
Este vale 20 por persona, pero se lo te dan en $15.
Ya lo pensaré, gracias.
No se preocupe, gracias, esté bien.
So that nice gentleman there, I'm not sure if you have seen some of my other videos. The local people here are incredibly low-key in terms of when they're marketing or trying to sell you something. The sales tactics are way less aggressive than what I've seen in so many other countries, like, for example, Mexico and Colombia. They're really chill here. They just say, hey, do you want to go on this? And hey, these are the prices. They're not like running after you and screaming from far away and following you really long after you say no or you say thanks. So yeah, I mean, I really appreciate that type of culture, at least here. It's a very laid back culture. So what he mentioned is that this is the end of the whale watching season, and that the season ends usually around middle of October, which is coming up like next week basically. And he said that well, I can bring you out on the boat for 20, but I'll give you a discount for 15. You know. So I mean, I've already seen it quite a few times. I wouldn't mind seeing it when my girlfriend comes. Natalie's flying in supposedly in the next couple of days. So that's something to keep in mind. Watching I think the blue whales is what a lot of people do right here. Here we have a banana boat. Looks like there may be some fishing boats and some other boats for checking out the sea creatures. Well, I'm going to end it right here, guys. This is a little walk around of the beach here in Manta. Manta's a cool city. I just came here, like I said, a week ago. And if you're interested in checking out other videos of other beaches around Latin America, if you're looking at a place to live in like beach towns, I put up on my channel. We have Colima in Mexico. We have a lot of videos on Puerto Vallarta, which is a beach city, Mazatlan beach city, and I have a lot of videos coming out about Acapulco, as I've refrained from making those due to all the problems they've had, and they just had another hurricane recently, so that's another issue that I'll have to really put on pause. But we have lots of cool beach cities on the channel, all through Central America as well. For example, Panama City, not really the same exact type of beach you can see here, and a huge, almost a metropolis. So check out those videos about living in Latin America on the beach. And if you're interested in following me, please hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, and consider contributing to the channel. All that stuff goes to me and helps me continue my journey and continue making more content for you. All right, guys, hasta la próxima. Here's a parking spot going into the beach area I didn't see before. And here we find ourselves on 23rd Street in the Bat area, or Bat Beach viewpoint area, or whatever. All these buildings have the luxury view of the ocean. Specifically these on the right. These on the right have direct views of the ocean, and quite a few high-rises here to choose from. From what I've been told, quite a few of the expats have chosen to make this spot their home, which makes total sense. I totally see the reason for that. Here's another fantastic high-rise building where I'm sure this is a building that's like 80% empty at the moment because it's low season. So I'll take you around the corner to show you a little bit more the other side of this building. And then here's another high-rise. Looks a bit more like a business tower. But yeah, these are the different Manta, Murcielago. So these are the different Murcielago or Bat Beach viewpoint towers where you can choose to make your home if you're deciding to come spend a month or a year or whatever. This is the place that you're thinking of coming to spend some time. These are some good options for you. This area, Bat Beach, car almost took my hand off right there, which is right next to this mall, Mall del Pacífico. This is walkable, obviously. We're walking there right now. In 10-20 seconds, we're making our way from the tower area of perfect beach views over to the main mall of the city, Mall del Pacífico. Here we have another tower and another tower that was hidden that we didn't see before. Pretty sweet place to call home if you're looking for a super chill place to wind down and get away from the crowds. This is not like your big city Rio de Janeiro type of atmosphere. No, this is pretty relaxed here in Manta, Ecuador. They may tell you, well, it's super dangerous and blah blah blah. Don't want to go there right now. And people have told me that, Ecuadorians, foreigners, all of them. And yeah, sure, you're gonna run that risk anywhere you go, but you know, you have a pretty healthy lifestyle. You're not trying to get involved in drugs and crime and prostitution. You're probably gonna avoid that completely. Here's a little walk around the mall here. It's kind of a quiet actual corner, but in general this is a very, very busy Sunday afternoon here in Mall del Pacífico in Manta. It's a very modern, standard mall. People love having animals in here. And here we have the parking lot where I have my bike. Somewhere around here. There we go. Made it. First time I made it right in front of my parking lot with the bike. The end.